Hey guys, what is up? It's me, Lori from Tiori, and welcome back to another episode of My Lady. And of course, my mother has come at the worst time possible, and things are going so bad. Alexander gently placed my mother's luggage down, away from the door, and quickly left for the drawing room.
Now, have you been keeping up with your studies?
Yes, of course, now leave. Yes, mother.
Have you been practicing the piano?
No, sir. Yes, mother.
Perfecting your handwriting?
Yes, mother.
Good. Then we can discuss.
Discuss what? Nothing. Now get out. As she was about to finish her statement, Isaac and Alexander entered the lobby, walking towards the exit. Isaac stopped and bowed to my mother.
Oh, hello, Lady Bauxmont. It is a pleasure to meet you.
It is a pleasure to meet you too, Mr. Newport. I'm afraid we have some business to attend to, so we cannot entertain you today. Feel free to stop by tomorrow.
I understand perfectly, ma'am. Please, have a good day.
You too. Isaac bowed to my mother before smiling at me.
And a good day to you too, Miss Bauxmont.
Thank you. Now I have to deal with her. With that, he left and exited the mansion. What is that? Exited the mansion, with Alexander closing the door for him.
Mr. Newport, you say?
Yes. Yes, mother.
He looked to be your age. Was he a suitor?
No. No, mother. I have to tell the truth. Yes, mother. I couldn't lie to her. She knew how to see through lies. My mother stared at me in thought before walking past me towards the drawing room. I sighed and followed suit. We entered the drawing room where Sophie was cleaning the tea Isaac was previously having.
Leave the tea. Bring new cups.
Okay.
Yes, madame.
Whoa, Sophie does not like my mother either. Sophie quickly left the room with the used cup Isaac had, leaving me and my mother alone. My mother sat down, waiting for me to sit across from her in an empty seat. I quickly obeyed her silent command to do so because I don't want to deal for shit. And yeah.
How old are you now?
I'm 17, of course. 17, mother.
17 and still unmarried. What am I to do with you?
I don't know. That's for you. Wait, what you do to me? I'm 17 years old. I can do whatever I want. I bit my tongue. I knew better than to speak back to my mother when she was talking like that. She had been hoping one day I would marry, but it was becoming futile.
Anyways, I will be staying here for a couple of days to deal with some in-town business. I expect you to entertain Mr. Newport properly should he return. This goes for any suitor, understand?
No, mother. Why? Yes, mother.
The dinner schedules will be upheld as I am here. If you are not at dinner during the scheduled time, you will not eat. Understand?
I understand. I will not eat then.
Good.
My mother was strict, but for good reason. She wanted me to be a perfect lady, suitable for marriage, and upholding a family. If I was a toe out of line, I would be lectured until I regretted ever disobeying. We drank tea, barely speaking to another. I feel as if this is more lonely than her being away. We spoke before I was dismissed to my room. I quickly stood up, bowed, and left. Sophie followed behind 2 steps away from me. As I entered my room, I slumped and let out a tired sigh. Some others here. Wonderful.
Oh, come now, ma'am. You should be happy.
I walked to my bed and sat down, feeling exhaustion take over my body like a gust of wind. I thought of the suitor. He was polite, but was he really? He seemed young and bright, and it seemed like a good idea to try to be with him. It would indeed make my mother happy, but indeed not make me. So what's the point? On the other hand, I liked Alexander. He kept me enthralled in his spell. I didn't know how to proceed with him. Mother would never approve, but I could not deny my feelings so easily. I looked to my window. Life's not fair, is it?
You keep saying that, miss. If you keep looking at it like that, you'll never get oranges.
Or lemons. But what can I do? My eyes traveled down, wanting to land in my lap. However, my gaze stopped at an envelope stuck in the window. Huh? What is this? Oh. The girl puts on the red hood. Bishop to King K. Another riddle? What is going on?
A riddle? The glass slipper bit talks about Little Red Riding Hood, but the second part talks about chess again.
This completely makes no sense.
Ooh, maybe it's a sign. Someone's telling you to,
Well, I don't think so, Sophie. Was it I sure, though? This note and the last were connected somehow, but I didn't want to blindly follow their messages. I guess I'll wait for another one. If another one appears, I'll try to sort this all out. Something in my gut was telling me that these messages were meant to tell me what to do. Were they about Isaac? Or were they about Alexander? I just felt tired of just thinking about it. I gently fell back onto my bed, uncaring if my dress was still on, and I let my eyes close naturally.
Ma'am, shouldn't you?
Shh.
Okay, Mom. Have a good rest.
Thanks, Sophie. I listened as Sophie left the room, leaving me alone. I kept my eyes shut, letting my exhaustion take hold of me and bring me to a world of sleep. I didn't like that the corset binding me limited my breathing. I still felt at peace resting in my bed. I didn't even open my eyes until hours later, when the sun was down. I sat up, wincing at the squeeze my corset had on me. I looked down and I realized now that the stars in the night sky were out. I had missed dinner. Ugh, I miss eating. What am I going to do? As I asked myself this question, I looked to my desk, where a plate covered with a small tray sat. I stood and walked over, opening it to reveal the plate of food. Sophie, I will have to thank her when she returns. I smiled. I was about to eat, but something in the window caught my eye. Huh? I walked over and peered out the window to see Alexander walking around the house away from my window. Alexander? It was odd for him to be outside this late, let alone be alone at all. He never really went outside unless someone needed to be escorted in. Why was he outside now? Well, I don't know. Let's find out. I quickly rushed to my dresser, but before I could touch the knob, I stopped and stared at my hand. Was this a good idea? Sneaking out late at night to see what my butler was doing? I bit my lip, remembering the note I had received before I slept. The girl puts on a red hood. So what was this note talking about? No, it was silly to believe, but it was almost frightening how accurate it was to the situation I was about to go into. Now I was unsure. Should I follow? Heck yes, let's go. I nodded to myself. I want to know. I took the knob and opened my dresser, taking out my night shawl and covering my shoulders with it. I took the drawer and quickly snuck out of my room. It was quiet in the house, which both irked me and made me relieved. As long as I remained silent, I was not to be found. I quickly tiptoed my way to the front, opened the door, snuck out towards the direction Alexander was heading. It actually is red. The gravel underneath my shoes crackled and snuffed, making me wince with every step. I didn't want him to find out that I was following him and watching. Well, I didn't succeed.
My lady?
I froze, staring at the corner I was about to turn. How did you know it was me?
I know it's you. Come on out.
I didn't mean to stalk him. I meant to go and talk to him. I peeked around the corner to see him. He was carrying a lantern and staring in my direction. How did you know it was me?
I can recognize your perfume and powder, my lady.
Oh, right. There was no use in sneaking. I quickly walked over to him and looked up at his dimly lit face, unsure what to say now that I was caught. And I have one question for you. What face? It's completely blank.
Were you followed?
Huh? No, why? Alexander looked behind me briefly before looking ahead of him and scanning the area with his eyes. After a small moment, he nodded and gently took my hand?
Come with me.
Huh? I suddenly found myself being led into the forest or surrounding the house by the man I had come to adore. I don't know if this was a dream or reality or... where are you taking me?
Somewhere away from the mansion.
What are we gonna do? What were we going to do away from the house? I felt like skipping, but I didn't want to destroy the moment that was happening between us. Okay, at last we stopped in the middle of the woods. We couldn't even see the mansion. Where are we? To my surprise, Alexander turned to me and gently caressed my cheek, looking deep into my eyes.
Somewhere
What?
where I can finally show you my true feelings.
Oh. I stared at Alexander in utter disbelief. His true feelings? What the heck is he talking about? Alexander gingerly ran his thumbs over my cheek, gazing deep into my eyes.
I'm sorry. I can't hold in these feelings anymore. I am not fit to be your butler.
It's okay, Alexander. I'm fine with it. Alexander. Despite him not saying what he meant, I knew exactly what he was trying to say. I felt my heart jumping around in joy. But why now?
Your mother plans to arrange a marriage between you and Mr. Newport tomorrow when he visits. I overheard her on the phone with his father after you left the drawing room.
You're joking, right? You don't really mean that, do you, Alexander? No. What? My mother was going to marry me off without telling me? But why?
My lady. No. My love. You are a beautiful young woman. You deserve to have a husband. You deserve to be loved.
No, you can't really be telling me this. Not with that beautiful voice of yours. Alexander looked down at his feet in shame.
I thought by now my feelings for you would have waned. But apparently not.
Oh, God. Alexander gently looked up at me with pleading eyes.
I don't want you to be with him. But I can't ask you to betray your mother. Not after all the times I've denied your romantic orders.
No, it's okay, Alexander. It's okay. Don't say that. I'll do anything for you, even if it's like killing my mother. Okay, I'm not that bad. I don't want to be with him. I want to be with you. I don't know what to say. Yeah, I do know what to say. No, I couldn't. I wouldn't. I was in love with Alexander, and not even my mother could change that.
Why waste your attention on me, though?
'Cause I like you? Because I love you so much, Alexander. You've always been kind to me, and you treat me so wonderfully. I guess I was always in love with him. He knew which strings to pull, even if he wasn't trying.
My silly lady.
But I'm your silly lady. Gently, I could feel him tilt my head to him, inviting the kiss I had dreamt to take from him. On its own, I could feel my shawl fall from my shoulders as our lips finally touched. Yes! I felt a parade of fireworks burst within my chest, making me feel all giddy and joyful of his lips on mine. The one thing I desperately wanted from him, I had finally had, and I was never going to let go of it. As we pulled away from each other, smiling at the new bond we had, Alexander took both of my hands and held them onto his chest.
Run away with me.
I stirred. What did he say? What?
Run away with me. I'm no longer fit to be a butler now, so I cannot return to that mansion. However, I want to be with you forever.
I do too. He continued to hold my hands, desperate not to let go, as he looked at me with hope.
Be with me. I can't give you a mansion or riches, but I promise to give you love for the rest of my days.
That's all I need. I felt my heart sing. To be with him for the rest of my life was all I wanted. Yes, I'll go with you, Alexander. Alexander smiled whiningly before hugging me tightly, letting me hug him back just tightly. I want to be with him forever. I didn't want our statuses to separate us anymore. Finally, I had the chance to get my oranges. Young love, forbidden love between a princess, a heiress, with a butler. Ending, the girl marries her prince. Checkmate. Wow, I didn't think it was gonna be that fast. Well, guys, I really love this game. Even though it was a short game, it was wonderful. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you click that like button, subscribe to my channel, and see you guys soon. Bye!